hope that you have been doing well. My name is Nduta Wambura and welcome to this channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe, put the notifications bell on so that you can get notified every single time I post a video. I know I have been away for a minute over here, but I am really grateful for the fact that you guys have been interacting with my videos, the past videos, and have been receiving quite the number of messages saying that these videos have been of help to you, whether it's an interview video, whether it's the fact that I have like lots of videos about Erasmus and so on and so forth. You people tend to love Erasmus a lot, which is something that I am hoping to talk about even more towards this last quarter of the year. So please make sure that you stay tuned, stay subscribed, share this video with someone else who can benefit from it. Share this channel as well. It really helps my channel to grow, and obviously I am grateful for the community that we have grown over here. If you're new to this channel is about study abroad, life abroad, and everything that comes around with it. We have chat times, we have interviews, and so on and so forth. So on today's video is one of the most frequently asked questions on my inbox, really, is about what requirements do I need to apply for a scholarship. And this video is really going to be a very generic video of what do you exactly need when you're applying for a scholarship. And some of the things that you need are very generic, so they will apply to any type of scholarship that you're actually applying for, whether that's an Erasmus scholarship, whether that's Achieving, whether that's any other scholarship within the European Union, whether that's DAAD or Orange Knowledge Program, whether that's a program that is in the UK, and so on and so forth. There's some of the generic documents that you really do need to have for you to be able to qualify or to actually begin the process of applying for scholarships. Now, one of the documents that you really do need is your passport. So I'm gonna ask you, have you actually applied for a passport? So the thing is, usually international passports might take quite long, especially if you're applying from Kenya. They might take quite long before they are processed. So it's very crucial for you to actually apply for it. If you are planning to apply for a scholarship, say maybe in the next 6 months or the next 3 months, it's very crucial for you to have an international passport. So make sure that you can first apply for that passport ahead of time, so that when you begin your process of applying for the scholarship, then your passport is perhaps maybe ready or about to be ready in a way where you can pick it up and you can just scan it and upload it as part of the documentation process that is actually needed for your scholarship application process. So that is one of the things that you really do need, and some programs in fact can allow you to use your national ID ahead of time as you wait for your passport to be processed. However, you do need to ask those programs whether it's okay for you to use your ID in the meantime as you wait for your passport to be processed. And if they say yes, then you can actually upload this document once it's ready. So that is one of the most crucial documents that you do really need. So if you are listening to this and you're planning to even apply for things to do, like for instance Erasmus, that is actually going to start opening, some of the programs will start opening from this month, then it is very crucial for you to actually go and apply for it. Another document that is very crucial is your statement of purpose. Your statement of purpose or your motivation is one of the most important documents. It's really a make or break document for you in terms of your scholarship application, because this is a document where you're introducing yourself to someone who's never met you, and you're letting them know, hey, please fund my study for 2 years, for 3 years, for 1 year, for 4 years, and so on and so forth. And you've never met me, but I think I qualify for this program. So this is one of the documents that is very crucial to your application. It's the core of your application. So what you write on your statement of purpose really matters in terms of how you present yourself. What is your skill set? What is your experience like? What have you done before? And what sets you apart among other global applicants that makes you a very, very good candidate towards this scholarship? What exactly is it? So you have to answer this question very, very clearly, and I have done a couple of videos about your statement of purpose, so please make sure that you check them out and you can be informed of exactly what to write. It's really very dependent on your program, so it it varies depending on the word count, depending on exactly what they are looking for in that program, what type of candidate are they looking for, and so on and so forth. Now, another document that is obviously very crucial is your CV. Your CV or your resume is something that you really have to take your time to actually write in terms of what experiences are relevant towards this application that you're doing, what skill set is very, very relevant towards what you're trying to apply for, and so on and so forth. So your CV has to be in the format for which the program asks for. So for example, for European programs, you'll find that most of the programs will say, oh, please write your CV under a Europass format, which is something that I have also spoken about on this channel. So please check out that video. It's going to be linked down also on the description box below, so that you can be able to check it out. Now, your CV under Europass format, it's free to actually create it on the Europass platform. So please make sure that you're not paying anybody out there to write it for you, because you can create it yourself. So this CV should include your skill set, should include, perhaps even sometimes the languages that you actually speak fluently, and it also would include things to do with your skill set, your volunteer experiences, other courses perhaps you have learned already, and so on and so forth. So please make sure that you can check that out. Another very generic document that you definitely need is recommendation letter or letters. So in this case, what I mean is, those letters where, somebody, a referee, is going to write a very good letter saying that this person is a very, very good candidate, is a strong candidate towards this application that he or she is making. So this is something that you need to prepare ahead of time. Why? Because some referees might take quite a bit of time before they can actually prepare this letter for you. And some referees even tell you, hey, please draft a letter, let me see it, let me okay it, and maybe I will put it on my letterhead and sign it and give it to you. Or some scholarship applications might actually request for the email of a referee, and this referee, they would email this referee and ask them, hey, do you know this candidate? We would like you to send us a recommendation letter so that we can be able to see whether this candidate is good enough for our program. So recommendation letters are very, very crucial. Again, they are make or break, because depending on what is going to be said about you. So this is the reason as to why you do need to get a referee who really knows you, who can really put a good word ahead of time and can do it on time. And so start talking to these people ahead of time. These people can be your lecturers, could be your employer, could be someone who mentors you, someone who knows you very well and can be able to actually put in a very good word for you. So make sure that you can be able to speak to them ahead of time. Another document that you definitely need towards your application is your bachelor's certificate as well as your transcript. So usually some people ask me, hey, so I am yet to graduate, can I be able to still apply for this program? Yet I don't have my bachelor's certificate, or perhaps sometimes you're just about to finish your 4th semester and maybe you only have your transcripts and so on and so forth. So this is a very crucial thing, because one thing that you can do is speak to the dean or the head of academic affairs in your department and request them to write for you a letter of completion. And then this letter of completion, you can request the scholarship, maybe consortium or those who are managing the scholarship, the reason whether you can be able to actually be able to use this letter of completion towards your application, so that you can maybe submit your bachelor certificate once it's out, once you have graduated, and so on and so forth. And potentially you could use this letter of completion alongside your transcripts, so that they can be able to assess exactly what did you study, what grades did you get, and so on and so forth. So this is also a very, very crucial document. And again, it's very, very important to keep on asking. Ask the questions that you do have about any application, and don't just sit there and think that and now I don't have this document, what can I do? I cannot apply for this program. But then again, you can always ask scholarship application committees whether it's possible to do this, and you know what, they come in very handy and they can reply to you quite fast. So do yourself a good number and be able to ask ahead of time. Now, another thing that you definitely need, or may not need, I should say, is a language certificate. So the language certificate, this is mostly an English language certificate. Some programs really do specify exactly what language certificate that they would want. They also specify the mark that they're looking for towards any type of application, so you can be able to check for that. However, some programs also could waive this language certificate, and these are programs, for example Erasmus, whereby you find that you can be able to give a letter from your university saying that you actually studied in English, and they will waive this language certificate submission for you. However, it is not guaranteed that they will waive it. If they say no, then you would need to submit that certificate, which is the reason as to why you would need to prepare for this ahead of time, so that by the time the applications are on, then you have all the documents in place. Now, another thing that you definitely do need is an application form, and in most cases what I usually see with so many people is asking, is this website the correct one? Should I be applying through this person? Should I apply through this agency? And so on and so forth. Most application processes nowadays are fully online, unless you have those applications where you need to be nominated either by the embassy, either by the Ministry of Education, especially like in Kenya, and so on and so forth. Then you possibly would need to submit your application through another body. If it has not been stated that you need to apply through another body or another institution, then the application is fully online, and you do not need any other third party to be able to apply for any particular scholarship, and this is one of the things that you need to be very careful about which website are you really using when you're applying for these scholarships. Is it a website that is legitimate? Is it linked? You can even check on Google and be able to see exactly what the website is about, whether it's credible. You can ask someone. You can even join communities where certain people have applied for the same scholarship, and you can be able to see even what scholarship links they've been sharing there. You can also ask someone, and so on and so forth. Obviously, another thing that you do need is perhaps somebody who can be able to read your statement of purpose, for example, or your general application. This could be someone who is an alumni of that particular program. These come in very, very handy, because you'll be able to get another perspective of your application, whether it's correct, whether there are things that you need to change, whether you are going the right direction or not, or whether you are submitting the correct documents, whether you have the right recommendation letters, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very crucial for you to have someone else also checking your scholarship application, your general scholarship application, so that you are also at par with pretty much everything that is required by that scholarship network. Now, I know there's quite a lot of other documents that are required, especially for programs like Orange Knowledge program, as well as Erasmus as well. There are several other documents that they might request for you, things like residence certificate, things like some programs might ask you to offer a letter from your department saying that you started a certain course, and so on and so forth. But these are the generic documents that you do need to start, preparing for ahead of time, so that you have them in hand, so that you're not rushing at the very last minute when the deadline is up and you're wondering what just happened. One thing that I also want to mention here is that if you feel that you're not ready to actually apply for a certain scholarship because maybe there's a document that is lacking, there's a document that's missing, maybe your passport is not yet ready, and so on and so forth, it's very crucial to give yourself time and perhaps maybe shoot your shot in the next following year, or maybe you can be able to take your time to make sure that the documents are in place. Or maybe if you're listening to this information right now and you're looking to apply for a certain program that is coming up maybe in the next 1 year, you can give yourself a period of 1 year to prepare for the documents, to make sure that you're putting up the best of applications that is possible, and you're setting yourself apart against everybody else who is actually applying for a scholarship. Now there you have it. I will leave it at that. Obviously, if you have questions, please make sure that you can put them on the comments below, and share this video with someone who could benefit from it, someone who's trying to prepare for their scholarship, whether they are going to apply for it next year, or maybe it's yourself who is shooting your shot. So make sure that you prepare is the key. And in fact, also make sure that you read thoroughly every single word and every single fine print that has been posted on any scholarship website, so that you understand and know and ask anything that pretty much might not be clear, so that you have all the tools ahead of time. I hope that this information has been helpful to you. So please subscribe, like this video, share it with someone, and until next time, bye.